first, let's get into FireWolves Fizzling. Wow. I hate to do this to the old little puppies, but here's the deal, folks. The Albany FireWolves, for lack of a better term, have not been great the past couple of weeks, okay? Remember when they started off 6-0? It's almost like they were blowing fire out of their mouths and looked incredible. But the 6-0, when they were 3-0, they actually talked. When they were 3-0, they actually had a tough game against the Saskatchewan Rush in Saskatoon. The Rush came all the way back from down, forced overtime. Thankfully, Albany was able to get it to 4-0. They beat Halifax in a tough game. They controlled Georgia, but who hasn't controlled Georgia? And then they lost, got their butts kicked by San Diego, got their butts kicked by Las Vegas. And folks, I hate to do this. The remaining schedule makes me believe the Albany FireWolves may be very close to missing the playoffs. The Albany FireWolves have to play the Colorado Mammoth, the Buffalo Bandits, and the Riptide in their next 3 games. They could very easily be 6-5 by that point. Then they get a great game with Vancouver, which, of course, by that time, as Vancouver turned it around, they play Rochester and then Rochester again. They play Calgary, who could have turned it around by that point. They play the Rock. They play Plymouth City, who could be fighting for a spot. They play the Riptide again. Folks, I'll be honest with you. It does not look like the Albany FireWolves will make the playoffs. And if they do, it might be by the skin of their teeth. Get it? The FireWolves are fizzling, and we need to understand what's going on here. Remember, we were saying all season long when this was happening, they're rookies. How long can this last? Everyone thought they would not be great. Even myself thought they wouldn't even have 3 wins to where I did a giveaway of my own money. And now they've come back down to earth. Now, granted, the 6-2 is not a terrible thing for the Albany FireWolves. However, when you combine 6-2 with the fact that they are now down to 3rd in the standings, my son producer Joe will talk about our power rankings later on. The fact is, the FireWolves are straight up, flat out fizzling out, and that's an issue. I have trust in Glenn Clark. I think Alex Simmons and Ty Kurtz are incredible, but Doug Jamison is now on IR. If that's injured reserve, that could be a very big thing moving forward. So I believe the FireWolves are fizzling, but to me, this is only the beginning of the fizzlement era. I believe Albany has had a great story. It's been fantastic, wonderful. Unfortunately, Cinderella has to die eventually. The Cinderella story can only last for so long. Get her slippers, she's in the prime of her life, she becomes the queen, and then she passes away as the Queen of England at the age of like 102. I don't know. But you get the point. The Cinderella story has to stop sometime. Just ask these teams that make the college basketball like tournament in March Madness, and like they're doing so well until they get to the Final Four, the Elite Eight, and then they crumble down and fizzle out. Okay, now you see where I'm going with this. Shout out to producer Joe with the graphics there. I thought they were fantastic. I know our fans did as well. They're huddled up around. Great. Yeah, I also love the fact that he did the like blowing out a little bit of ashes, maybe smoking a little bit of something in the back there, but you know. Yeah, but Albany's fizzling out. And I think people need to accept that, and I think it's a big deal going forward. By the way,